today on this video, we're going to talk about what to do as the world closes. It's time to shift. So these are unprecedented and challenging times for sure. We're trying to figure out how bad is it going to get? Like, what's the new normal and what should we do next? But is it possible that it's also an opportunity? And if so, what is the opportunity? So here's maybe a silver lining to all this stuff, right? So we're forced to do things that we're not normally did before. We're forced to work from home. Well, that's not so bad, is it? It's a little nerve-wracking. Like, for example, I've always worked from home for a long time, but I can't go out to my coffee shop or lunch. And that irritates me. But actually, what it also does is that I now can get to spend more time with my family, maybe have lunch with my family, right? Now, our kids are, quote, forced home, and now we have to, quote, homeschool them. Now, we've done that for years as well. But for a lot of people, this is a new thing, and it's very awkward. What are my kids doing here at 10:30 in the morning? And so as we're talking to some of our friends who are new to this stuff, they're kind of struggling with that. But at the same time, while they're struggling with it, they're figuring it out and they're realizing they have choices in their education. They now get to spend more time with their kids. So is it also an opportunity to build our relationships? I think the answer to that is yes. The other thing we also have is we have more time. We have a lot more time. We're not doing activities in the evening when we come home from work. We're not even having to drive to work, so there's no more commute time. So we actually have time to think, to time to educate ourselves. So here's the thing. I think we have a window about a couple months, 3 months maybe, where there's like forced downtime. If you're looking for buying opportunities, you're going to get them. You might not get them right now, but you're going to get them, and they're going to be here in probably a quarter or so. We're going to already seeing some buying opportunities. So I think we have a unique opportunity to shift from where we are now, where you are right now, which could be a full-time job, and shifting to what comes next, which could be not having a job this time next year, right? Going from a full-time employee to a full-time entrepreneur to financial freedom. We have a couple months right now where we can make that shift. And that shift comes from a mental, a mindset perspective. It also comes from an action-taking perspective, from educating yourself, right? Learning new things. So it's a really, really cool time. And I just want to challenge you guys not to waste that time by binge watching more Netflix or stupid stuff. Okay, now I watch Netflix as well. Okay, but you can really waste a lot of time swiping on Facebook and watching Netflix, and I would encourage you not to do that. So we really, for the next couple months, have an opportunity to shift, and there's a few resources I want to give you if you want to do multifamily syndications and you want to use it to become financially free. So because of where we are right now, we opened up our Dealmaker Mastermind. It's a kind of a closed group, and we opened up to everybody. It's an online forum, and there's several hundred people on there, and it's only $49 a month. And you can basically go on this forum and ask your questions and connect with other people. And we've already had deals come out of that, money come out of that, joint ventures come out of that, and it's only $49 right now. We really want you to be able to ask your questions, to educate yourself, and also to connect with others. Right now is the time to build that support network. And you might be thinking, and your friends and family might be thinking, you're kind of crazy, right? What you want to do with all these syndication stuff? Like, syndication, are you nuts? And you realize when you connect with a community like that you are actually not as crazy as you think, or your spouse or your friend thinks. So really connect with community. Also, right now, what's going on right now is there's a workshop going on that's aptly called The Shift, taught by Josh Thomas, our strategy consultant. And he feels very strongly about this. He's teaching on the shift and what it takes to go from full-time employee to full-time entrepreneur. The mental shift, the accountability, what needs to happen. It's going on right now. We started just a few days ago. If you're watching this a little bit later on, that's okay. It's going to be a month-long program. In order to get to it, you do have to become a Dealmaker Mastermind member. So head over to themichaelblank.com/DMM, D as in deal, Maker Mastermind, DMM, and you sign up for $49. And as soon as you sign in, you get the information for the Facebook group and the workbook, and you can get going with that. It's going to be super exciting. That's a Dealmaker Mastermind. Very, very affordable. Other things that are very free and almost free are obviously the resources we have on YouTube and the podcast and the blogs. We also have this book. Right? We have this yellow book, Financial Freedom with Real Estate Investing. It's not quite free, but it's like $10 on Amazon. Highly recommend it if you haven't done that. Now, if you think that multifamily is right for you and you've consumed these resources, you're like, wow, this is great stuff, then it is time to invest in yourself. So I invite you to check out our flagship online course called The Ultimate Guide to Buying Apartment Buildings with Private Money. That's at themichaelblank.com/UG for Ultimate Guide. UG is, you can find out about that. We also have mentoring programs. So if you think mentoring is right for you, you have the capacity and the ability in investing yourself in that way, check it out at themichaelblank.com/mentor. And also what's going on right now is we have a lot of things going on, my gosh. But if you want to scale your syndication business, and maybe you've raised a little bit of money before and you want to 10x that business in the next 12 to 18 months, then consider building an online thought leadership platform, especially getting into digital and online marketing. How do you find more investors? How do you attract more investors? How do you raise $1 million per deal, $5 million per deal? And that's right now, that enrollment is open right now. In fact, we have a wait list now. We have such a unbelievable demand for that thing. I'm really excited about this. Check it out at themichaelblank.com/platform, and you can see a recording of the webinar we did just a few days ago and learn more about that as well. Again, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to give you all the tools, the accountability, and the support for you to become financially free. And everything I described right now is a step toward that right direction. My goal is to have something for everyone, no matter where you are right now in your state of mind, with your finances and your resources. I want something that is available for you that will get you one step closer to financial freedom. So thank you for your kind attention. Catch you on the next episode. Hey, and before you leave, make sure you subscribe to my channel below. We put out videos every single week and you don't want to miss it. Also, if you haven't done so already, grab my free ebook here, okay? It's a secret to raising money to buy your first apartment building deal. It's a good one, so grab that. And hey, check out another video.